Hello Reborners, my name is Karen, and this is Making Dolls with Karen. We're back with Summer Rain. She looks real good, but she's shiny. I'm going to have to mat her at the end, and I'm going to mat her at the end because she just looks too shiny. I don't think shiny dolls look good. Her arms are a little bit shiny. Her hands and feet are very shiny. But she does look good. Her paint is good. It's just shiny. So we're going to just mat her, and that'll take care of that. But before we get into her, I got a box from Bountiful Baby. It's got doll kits in it, and I want to show them to you. Uh, First, I have Maddox. I was really excited about getting this kit because it's Maddox instead of Maggie. And they had not had him on sale at all. The whole time he was, well, he was on a little bit of a sale, but he wasn't on a good enough sale for me to buy him. And so now they had put him on sale for $29, and so I bought him. He looks exactly like Maggie. It's the same kit. The only difference is the torso. They've included a male torso. And I don't know why I was so excited about getting this. I have plenty Maggie kits, and I can eliminate the torso and just make them into Maddox. But this one has the torso. I don't like painting baby parts, so it's flicky. Ugh. But anyway, I was excited about getting this kit, and I'm going to make I've decided I am going to make the torso. It's just stupid to order the kit if you're not going to use the torso. But anyway, I despise the limbs that come with that kit, but what can you do? And then I got some other of their artist kits. This one is to replace, oh, she's much thicker, to replace my Candy that had the big fissure in her head. I'll make sure I stuff this one before I start doing her, so maybe she won't get a fissure in her head. She's cute. I already had her. I bought from an individual lady, but, well, you know, things happen, and her head got a big fissure in it just from sealing it. So, we're going to see about this kit. And since I bought it from an individual, I couldn't ask Bountiful Baby to replace it. Oh yeah, and this one I wanted real bad too. I once had this doll, and I sold it. It's Precious Gift. And this doll purposely doesn't have a name that indicates its gender. I guess that's so you can actually choose the gender yourself without feeling like you're going against what the doll's supposed to be. She has kind of nice limbs. I like her limbs. She's 3/4. Most of the artist kits are 3/4, but way back in the day, people just didn't care. They didn't really make that many full limb babies, and so almost all of them, even the real born, had 3/4 limbs. They've discontinued a lot of their kits over the years. And this is the last kit I have, and it's Lane. I've never had a Lane before, to my knowledge, unless I have one over there in the closet and just didn't know it. He's supposed to be a 19-inch kit, but look how little that head is. It is tiny. And this is Summer Rain. Look at the difference in their head. And she's only a 18.5. He's a 19. Just look how little tiny his head is. But his limbs, they're not full limbs, but look how long they are. They're very long. They're skinny, but they're very long compared to, say, Summer Rain. And this isn't even a full limb. This limb's going to have a little cloth piece at the top. So it's longer, actually. It looks longer. Even though I've lined up the rims on the back, it's longer than Summer Rain's leg. I don't know. And the arms are equally as long. They're super long, and these are full arms, though. That's weird for a doll to have full arms and 3/4 legs. I might swap his legs. I don't know. That doesn't, I don't even have a body in that configuration. Most of the time, if they have one 3/4 and one full limb, it's the arms that are 3/4 and the legs are full. But, I don't know about this one. Sometimes you can actually make their legs be full limbs. You just stick them on there. They kind of stick out a little bit, but it sort of works out. But anyway, that's what I got. I got 4 kits, and I think I paid right at $100 for them. Some of them, I think 2 of them were $29, and the other 2 were $19, which roughly makes them both all be $25 roughly, you know. Anyway, back to Summer Rain. We're ready to put her last color on, which is this one right here, the regular blush, which is going very fast. I've been using 2 coats on them. She's quite the dark little skinned baby with just this amount of color already on her. I think she looks kind of dark. Now, she's not dark enough, because if you stopped right now, she just looks weird. She's palish looking. And after she gets baked today, I'm going to have to put some more sealer on her and then let her sit for a little while for it to kind of sort of dry up a little, and then bake her 2 more times, and then she'll be done. But today we're going to finish with her paint. So I won't bore you with the details of sealing a kit. See, these legs almost look 3/4. They do have a tiny bit of hip right here, just a tiny. Some of them have a real profound looking hip up here, but right up here at the edge of her rim, it does rise a little higher on this side than it does on this side, and they call that a full limb. But really and truly, if you wanted to make a 3/4 limb out of this, you absolutely could. You know, if you wanted to. Nobody wants to, though. Anyway, I'm going to get out my red sponges. I have plenty of them. The problem is they're all really, really dirty. See, they look kind of overly colored. I have to drink some water. I'm sorry, y'all, but I am just dry as a bone. Oh, that's better. After sleeping, you know, when you're sleeping, you don't know if your mouth is open or closed. So if you're breathing through your mouth gets very, very dry. And the fact that my medicine makes my mouth dry anyway, I wake up with, it doesn't even feel like my mouth. It feels like, I don't know. You can't even hardly move your tongue at all because it's so dry. And I just have to drink a lot of fluids to get back to sort of what you call normal. Okay, here we go. We're gonna see what we think after we put 1 coat on her, because like I said, she is kind of dark right now. But even though this paint looks extremely pigmented, and they call it highly pigmented paint, it does not paint as dark as it looks at all. You would think this would just be way, way too dark, but it's not. And anyway, we're just going to paint her here and see what happens. If she looks dark enough with 1, we might stop. I don't know yet. Usually I just go on and put the 2nd coat on because I just think they need it. Even though I go, well, she looks pretty good, but I'm going to put that 2nd coat on anyway. I do that all the time. I'm pretty sure I got way too much paint on this sponge, but I want to cover the whole doll without having to stop and reload the sponge. And I am going to pounce it off anyway, so. But just in that little moment that it's on there, it's plenty to color the doll. And what you're taking off is just this gooey looking wet stuff that's very rashy looking on the doll. And it's leaving behind a red color. The real proof comes when you bake them. All these marks on is where I dabbed my sponge to get some of the paint off of it. Because when you have too much paint on your brush, your sponge, it's not going to do a good job. It's going to do a crappy job. So rather than just throw it out and get a new sponge, I dab off as much of it as I can onto my paper towel. And that's why my paper towel is so dirty all the time. It's one of the reasons. Another reason is I just lay the sponge down and it gets incidental marks on there, and the paintbrushes fall off of the jar when I have them propped up, and they make marks, and before you know it, your paper towel is filthy. It won't hurt anything. It's dry, but it's just ugly. Looks like you're a slob. And really, I kind of am. So, okay, there's that. See, that's how she looks now. Very, very shiny. But a lot of that's because she's wet. She won't be that shiny when she's dry. Let her sit there a minute while I work on the limbs. If I don't just right out forget it, I'm going to tip her nails before she goes in the oven. Otherwise, she won't get tipped nails because I'm not coming back and doing them in a special step. I'm liking the tip nails. The only problem is I forget to do them a lot of times. Because, well, I kind of reserve the last coat of paint as being the very last thing that I do. So doing something after it seems like I shouldn't be doing it or something. I don't know. The little crevices behind the knee are very deep. They're hard to get to. That one seems too dirty to me. It's leaving a funny pattern on the doll because it's too wet. These really are the best sponges, these softer ones. Swispers is the name of them. Jumbo cosmetic wedges. Used to, you could walk in Walmart and buy a whole pack of them for like $2. But all of a sudden, they just don't have them anymore. And the only place I know that I've been able to find them at any price that you'd want to pay is Amazon. And I can't tell which one of these I'm supposed to be using first. Didn't lay them down in the right place. I don't know. Got a hair on her. You don't have to worry too much about hairs when you're painting with heat set paint. I don't know what happens when you do it with air dry, but with heat set, when you heat it and stuff, usually the hair just gets really dry and falls off. And if it doesn't, as soon as it comes out of the oven, you can just wipe it off with your hands. You can't do it now because you'll wipe off some of the paint, but when it's dry, you can. Okay, I'm gonna have to have more color on this sponge. Trying to get that in that little crack behind her knee is very hard because it's a deep bend in her legs, and it makes it a tight space there where the sponge can't even hardly reach it. That's why we have a brush to dab in that little area. I don't even think she needs any more paint. I think she's dark. And very red. Her legs are really dark compared to her arms. I don't know why. I've looked on some other sites at dolls before, and some of them don't even come with limbs. They're just a head. But then they have limbs you can buy, and you just have to pick the style you want, like full or 3/4 or the size and all that, and just buy the limbs separate. And a lot of people don't do that. They just make a cuddle out of it. I despise cuddle babies. They just look fake. You can paint that head real pretty, and then you put it on a cuddle body, it looks weird. Now, if it looks more like a doll than it does a baby, a cuddle body would be fine, you know, but I just don't think a cuddle body is sufficient for a really well-made doll. Some people like them, though. They're the kind of people that might sleep with their doll, or maybe they're going to give it to a little kid and they want it to be soft like a teddy bear or something. I don't know why they would do that. But everybody has their own preferences, so. And they make these really nice cuddle bodies. My friend bought a silicone doll now. It was just a head, but it was on a cuddle body. But the cuddle body was extremely elaborate. It had fingers and everything. It was really made well. And it was very high priced, she told me. I don't remember what she said. She looked it up, the kind of body it had, and it was like $100 for the body. But the body was exquisitely made. But that doesn't mean you can afford something that expensive just because it's made well. Come on, pounce her a little bit more. She just is too shiny. And I think it's because she's got too much paint on her. Little more bits will come off. I didn't pounce her as many times as I usually pounce. I think I only pounced her with 2 sponges. And she's got little hairs all over her. That's looking better. Hardly anything came off, but still. Ladybug. She hears the neighbors going up and down the stairs. You know, kids, when they go down metal stairs, they just clang and bang. And it makes a loud noise, and it disturbs the dog. And she will bark. Okay, we're going to get her back in the oven now. Get her bake. I don't think I'm going to put any more on her. She seems very dark to me. And so we're just going to let her go like she is. And I'm going to dip the rest of these brushes while they're sitting out. I just leave them on the table until I'm ready to use the paint so I can dip them again. If I dipped them right away, they'd probably be dry. But I don't always do that. There we go. Okay, we're going to get her back in the oven and bake her and see, can't we get her finished. That should finish her unless her color doesn't come out good. And then I'd probably have to put another coat on her, but I don't think she's going to need it. She's very, very dark. And we're going to go with that color. And so thank you for watching Summer Rain series. And I'm going to say to please like, subscribe, and share. And happy reborning.